Hello and good morning out there. This is Amber Griffiths with Your Brand by Design, and it is a gorgeous morning here in Salt Lake City. As always, I'm here to talk about your brand. Your brand is that relationship you have with your ideal client, and it's everything you do, everything you say, everything you create, everything you put out there to develop and nurture that healthy, profitable relationship you have with your ideal client. You've heard me talk a lot about that ideal client. This is not just a target market. This is not just somebody you like to work with. It's someone you love to work with. Your ideal client loves to work with you. The other part of that, the other little important, I think a critical thing that we forget about that is that your ideal client is one of those who asks you to do exactly what you love to do. Now you get to train them, you get to explain what you do and talk about what you love to do so that when you attract your ideal clients, that's what they ask you to do for them, right? I am so passionate about ideal clients, and in part it's because discovering who they are and crafting a message that inspires and engages them is one of the easiest ways to increase your profits and your joy in your business. So for example, if you love to sell this certain widget, this certain service, this certain product, and you can do some of these other things, you have other things you can do. You even probably like some of those other things. But your favorite, biggest, best, most amazing client doesn't ask you to do those things. They want you to stay in your zone of genius. That's where you excel. That's where you provide the most value to them, right? So, for example, I talked to a friend of mine, a colleague, who, as so many entrepreneurs are, there's a lot of things she can do. She can do A through Q on a list of amazing supportive tasks for businesses. But she really excels at A, B, and C, right? So I was talking to her, and she had an opportunity to pick up a great new client, she thought, and was doing A, B, and C for them. And then about 3 weeks in, suddenly they're asking about F and G and I, and they're asking about T, and they're things she can do, but it's not where she makes her most money. They are not the most enjoyable for her. In fact, some things are completely outside of her scope of skill set. So what has that created now? Now she has a situation where the client is getting frustrated because they need the service, but they're asking her to go clear out above and outside of the realm, not only of the contract, but of what she really does well. So the client, clearly not ideal, the client now gets to be frustrated because they're not getting everything they think they need. My friend, my colleague, is frustrated because she wants to serve the client. She wants to give them the best possible thing she can. But this is totally outside her realm of expertise. So either she has to tell the client no, she has to hire it done, or she has to spend time and frustration trying to figure out how to do this one little thing. That does not sound ideal. That does not sound fun. Nobody's happy. Nobody's making money. Instead of an average project that should take her 2 hours, it's going to take her 15 because she has to learn as she goes. And again, it's not going to be what the client ultimately wants. That's not ideal. Now, take it on the other flip side. Imagine if your client came and said, I want A, B, and C. And you said, awesome. That's exactly what I do is A, B, and C. That's exactly and that is my genius zone. I love to do it. Here's a price. Awesome. And remember, your ideal client never questions your value. So even if the budget's off, they never question the value you're providing. So you go ahead and proceed to A, B, and C. Then if they say, I'd really like you to do Q and F for me as well, if you had the confidence and the clarity of what value you provided and how you could best serve that client, your answer gets to be, oh, I would really love to. Here's 3 people who do that better than me. Here's 3 people that I would love to refer you out to. Or just a flat out, I can't do that. That's not my thing. But imagine having the confidence and the clarity to say that. And then even better, here's the really, really cool part, because even if you have the confidence to say that, that's step 1. The next thing is, instead of spending all that extra time doing things that you really don't like to do, or that just aren't fun for you, or that are completely outside of your skill set, you get to fill your day up with doing A, B, and C for those clients that want you to do A, B, and C. How amazing is that? No frustration, no struggle, no stress, no awkward conversations of, well, I can do that, but I'm going to have to charge you extra, or I can do that, but it's not really my thing. just pure joy and profit. That's working with your ideal client. That's the kind of business you can create. That's the kind of day you can create. That's the kind of schedule you can create for yourself when you are super, super clear about who your ideal client is. This is part of why, like I said, I am so passionate about this. I want to invite you to come and join me in Salt Lake City, May 17th. It's a Thursday. The workshop is from 9 to 11:45. And I'm only allowing 20 people in that room. I want to make sure there's plenty of time for interaction and coaching and content and great feedback in a community environment. Please come join me. You can find the link to claim your spot at yourbrandbydesign.com/yourfans. There's also a link somewhere here on my Facebook page. But I would love for you to come and join me, because imagine what the world would be like if you got to work with everybody you loved, doing just what you love to do. That's the kind of business that allows you the freedom to do what else you love to do with the people you love to do it with. I love to do A, B, and C, which allows me the freedom to hang out by myself, to hang out with my daughter, to hang out with my husband. Think of all the freedom and the joy and the elevated yay of business if everyone you knew could work with their ideal clients. You're happier, your clients are happier, everything flows more freely, and it creates this ripple effect of increased joy and profits in business. So join me on May 17th here in Salt Lake City. It's a Thursday. Claim your tickets, come play, and let's everybody do what we love to do with the people we love to do it with. Have a fabulous Thursday, and I will talk to you later. Rock on, people.